The presenting sponsor of Real VC is iGuide. Fast and accurate 3D tours. Find out more information at upmarket.media/iGuide. Coming to you from the Upmarket studio in beautiful San Buenaventura, California, this is Real VC, a podcast all about Ventura County real estate. My name is Reed Fish. I'm the CEO and a co-founder of Upmarket Media. Katie Connolly, realtor, Coldwell banker.
That's me.
Katie, hello. Look at this, us. 2 weeks in a row doing this show.
I know.
And it's going to be every week after that.
So exciting. We're going to be able to inform so many people.
Yeah, I know. Well, yes. And I think also we have a lot of fans. We've already heard from people about the Blackberry Cobbler walls, the paint color.
Yep.
It's been a big hit among all the fans of the show. And also, there's someone here who had some input into that. They said, yeah, the Blackberry Cobbler is a great idea. And that's Molly Peart, our producer. Molly.
Hi.
Off camera, but here for insights and
Support.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. Well, as we focus the show more on what's going on in Ventura County, I think that we really need to devote some time to some of the biggest news I think Ventura County has had for a long time, and that there's a new Costco coming in.
There is
in
a
Camarillo.
new Costco in Camarillo. It's the talk of the towns,
yeah,
plural.
It really is. And I mean, obviously it's kind of a joking saying that's the biggest news, but in a way it's not. I mean, that's like kind of big. And I think from like a real estate perspective, when something like a Costco comes in, what does that mean for Camarillo? What does that mean for the area?
So a developer told me years ago that to buy a home wherever they're building a Home Depot.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a Home Depot already close to the new Costco.
Uh-huh.
So I think, just residents and humans they need a place to shop.
Right.
Costco's
But do you think more development will come from the Costco, or is this serving development that's already happened?
I think it's a combination of both.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely a combination of both.
But are there any big Camarillo projects planned? I mean,
I took notes today.
You took notes? Oh, okay. Oh,
and
so you wow.
So Springville has 160 new units that are already approved and in progress. Then there's a couple other. Everything else I looked at was like just single family projects, individual units out in Camarillo. I mean, when you think about Camarillo, there's not that much space to really.
Well, where's
develop.
the Costco going exactly? It's kind of by the airport, right?
Kind of by the airport. And
as you're first
Target
coming
adjacent.
in, if you're coming from the north,
yeah,
right?
Target adjacent. So
Target
it's actually
adjacent,
pretty
right.
close to our Costco in Oxnard. I thought that was interesting that they didn't try to.
Yeah, it's only like 5 miles or something, right?
Not even that. I think it's like 3 exits.
Oh.
Yeah. So I would have thought they kind of would go closer to that Newbury Park kind of.
Yeah, but
angle,
I don't know. But it takes a lot of land to make a Costco. So they have to have a lot of land. And then obviously there's probably going to be more commercial development following with
There's
that.
commercial
right?
development following. Yeah.
But do you think then that is a magnet for more development? I mean, and can Camarillo do kind of what we were, talking about in the last episode of these larger projects that are, multifamily residences? I mean, is that in the cards for Camarillo?
I mean, like I said, I'm not sure where they're going to build. I took some information about Thousand Oaks. Thousand Oaks has a ton of units, almost like over 2,000 units planned. Most are apartments, but that's going to be bringing people to that area that, may come down to our Costco. They may go to the Westlake Costco. Who knows?
Oh, there's not a Costco in Thousand Oaks?
No, it's going to be a big decision for people.
Oh, big
which
decision.
Costco they're going to go to.
They go down the grade, or
But no one else is funny about Costco is, malls are dying left and right. I listen to an LA-based radio show every morning, and they often talk about mall closures in LA County. Our mall in Ventura is a skeleton of what it once was.
Yeah,
Costco's always busy.
That is true. I live alone and have my kid half time. I don't really do Costco. I'm not against it by any means, but I'm like, I don't even know what to do with all this stuff. So, but every time I am there, it is like off the charts
always busy. Parking lot's busy. The gas station's busy. I get my gas at Costco sometimes. Very busy. That Costco might actually be a little bit closer to Port Hueneme as well.
Oh, yeah.
Or it might be faster, actually.
Right. Yeah, I don't think about
convenience
that.
wise.
Well,
So,
yeah. So,
than the
I mean,
Oxnard
that's the
one.
thing is for Costco, that is a magnet for, that is not just for people in Camarillo, right? Obviously, people are going to be, I know, I live in Ojai and people go to Costco all the time and they're going to the Oxnard and they're going to continue to go to the Oxnard one. But that is a store that you are going to travel, distance for. But what, like, in terms of like commercially, like as we're seeing more population shift into like Fillmore and Santa Paula and that stuff, are we expecting that kind of commercial development to be out there too? Or are those places going to be more, oh, you're going to have to go to Santa Clarita, you're going to have to go to Ventura, you're going to have to go to Oxnard?
I mean, look at Santa Clarita 25 years ago. It didn't have a Yard House and a Costco and a Target, and now it does. So
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Not that you have the crystal ball, but I mean, we can see it. I mean, it's just, how big is Fillmore going to get, I guess, is like, and that's kind of what we want to talk about in this episode a little bit, is how Ventura County is being reshaped right now with more people moving in and with this need for more housing. Where are those units going to be built? And because, Ojai's built out. It feels like
Port Hueneme's built out.
Port Hueneme. Yeah, I mean, there's these places where you are geographically hemmed in. I think Ventura obviously can kind of keep going towards Santa Paula, so there's more opportunity for Ventura housing.
Ventura's getting creative though. There's like these little odd shaped lots that they, they've really maximized kind of the spaces there.
Right.
The Front Street development.
Yeah, and then how much when you are talking about development in Oxnard, or you're talking about it in near Santa Paula Fillmore. How much land is there for that type of development? Because anytime you're building houses there, then you're taking kind of agricultural land away, which so much of the economy in our county that maybe we don't think about when we live in the cities is actually agriculture based.
And yeah, ag is super important. We say Ventura County feeds America. So.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Oh,
You've never seen that?
No. I'm going to start saying that now. Yeah. Yeah, that's.
Go to a grocery store in Denver and you'll find Oxnard strawberries.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I mean, are there protections in place for I guess zoning? It would be zoning, right? Of like this is actually agricultural land, and then you're rezoning it.
There's big money in ag. That's where our millionaires in Ventura County are. Like they've owned family ag for years, and so. If the sale price isn't sellable, I'm sure they're not selling it to, ABC home builder.
Right. Well, there's big money on both sides. I mean, is the thing. So we might need to get some politicians in here and talk about big money and talk about all this stuff.
That. Development, all that kind of stuff.
Katie, do you love 3D tours?
How did you know?
Well, I know a few things about you. I've learned a few things in this episode, but I also know a few things about you. And you like most realtors, you love a good 3D tour. And this show, we're so happy to be sponsored by iGuide, who is a provider of 3D tours that we think are the best in the marketplace right now. So they're accurate, comprehensive, and we've even rolled it out. This is amazing. Realtors are going gaga over this. Site plans. So we can give you a site plan for your entire property when we do an iGuide scan.
That's great.
Yes, it is amazing. And we don't have to get out there with measurement tools or anything else. We just do it all through the iGuide app, which the realtors don't even have to know about. But for us real estate media providers, it's really great because it's a beautiful, simple to use system that we get, fantastic results from. And iGuide is not owned by one of these giant corporations like Homes.com or Zillow, who are warring right now in the 3D tour marketplace.
They are.
So iGuide can actually be shown on any platform. It could be on the MLS, it could be on Zillow, it could be on Homes.com. Because as of now, we always used to do Matterport, but you can't even show Matterport on Zillow anymore because of these warring factions.
Yep.
So we have really made the switch to iGuide here. Our clients are loving it. So check it out. You can go to upmarket.media/iGuide to learn all about iGuide.
Thank you for that. Great info.
You're welcome. So you had another point about Costco.
I did. So Costco actually, I've heard that they treat their employees really well.
Yes.
And pay a fair wage, and people work there for many years.
Yeah.
So that's
It's
another
like a career.
Yeah, it's a career. So that's another great thing is more jobs to, the county and hopefully these people are going to make enough money to then buy a house and just live here. And
Yeah. Little known fact.
You worked at Costco?
Sort of. I did. Like, it was like my first job. It didn't work for Costco. I worked for a company that subtract with Costco, and I had a job doing the samples.
The samples are the best part of Costco.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really not very fun, I have to say. I feel for those people. Here's the thing. Like, it's shocking the amount of people who do not say thank you when you give them free food. And of course, I know you always say thank you to the people giving you the samples at Costco.
Thank you, Molly, for my favorite coconut bubbly.
Yes.
You're so welcome.
Yeah. And it is shocking of how, it's just basically, it's a service job. And as anyone who's ever worked in the service industry knows, people are horrendous.
But that's the benefit of now opening one in Camarillo. I feel like Oxnard, it gets so incredibly busy. I try to go there on like a Monday morning, and I have the executive membership.
Oh, wow.
So
Molly,
I know. Well, I have it with my mother.
I was going to say, don't let this producer credit go to your head here.
No.
Oh, executive.
Oh, stop, Reed. So I get to go in an hour before public opens.
Wow.
But still, it's even
VIP.
crazier. But I will say the Goleta, I was dropping someone off at the airport and I went to the Goleta location. That one, obviously there's probably less people in that area, but that one was really nice and calm. But I think, I just think opening one in Camarillo was really going to help just the overall audience.
I think it's going to make the Oxnard location slow down a little bit. I would love to see something like that out in, Santa Paula, Fillmore, because they don't have their Kmart closed. They don't have a Walmart, Target.
Right. Because Costco provides everything in a way. It's like the Target, Walmart.
Well, but you need, but I think, I mean, I would love to see small businesses pop up, but let's be honest. But of course, if you are talking about big box stores, I mean, it does seem like Fillmore, Santa Paula, those communities are large enough to support a big Target or a Walmart or whatever. I mean, Walmart is famous for going into, they went in the small town I grew up in, Northern California. It's like 10,000 people. There's a Walmart there. There's a Walmart in every one of those towns.
Remember when the Walmart in Oxnard was built. There was nothing. I mean, there was some homes around there, but not like how it is now.
Oh, really? Yeah. See, because I'm like 15 years in Ventura County, so I didn't see it.
Like all my years.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, which isn't that many, but it's enough.
Yeah. It's going to help split it up. I just
for sure.
Populated.
For sure. So, but you got to think it's just a matter of time before this type of development is coming into Fillmore, Santa Paula. I mean, I would imagine. I mean, we need to get like a Fillmore agent in here.
Oh, okay, I have one.
You know one?
I do.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Let's get a Fillmore agent in, because I think Fillmore is an interesting, if we are talking about Ventura County real estate, it feels like there's maybe that place has the most, it's like in a way the most dynamic and changing the most of any of the areas in
But it's
Ventura
still
County?
cool. I have a soft spot in my heart for Fillmore. I was showing property out there last weekend when there was, that horrible accident or whatever. So it rerouted me through the back, the back fields. And it was, it's beautiful. It's beautiful not going through the orchards. And I would have never been able to see that before. And then we went to the new homes.
Go on the back roads sometimes, Katie. So you can
take the scenic route.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at some avocado trees.
Busy go realtor. You can't take the scenic route sometimes, but sometimes it pays to stop and do that,
And then, the parks that are the green space that's out at the new developments and stuff, and they're really nice. And then old Fillmore's super cool too.
But that's kind of a burgeoning market, right? And so, but we also have in Ventura County, we have some of these, do you call them mature markets where like Ojai or like Port Hueneme, like you say, they're built out and there's not going to be any development there. I mean, Ojai is a whole nother thing. And that's like a series of 20 podcasts we could do about what you can and can't do there. But, it's hard to see like a big housing development being able to go into somewhere like Port Hueneme, right? So, we do have to look to these other, less popular parts of the county.
Port Hueneme's a gem as well.
Of course.
I grew up in Hueneme.
Yeah, exactly. You stand for Oxnard, Port Hueneme.
And nobody knows how to say it. Like when they see it spelled somewhere. And so it's cool. Oxnard has some developments that are approved in process right now. So Fifth and Woolley has, I think, about 160 units approved, which is going to be cool. It should still, I think it's still that 93035. So beach zip code, which is nice. People like. Our beaches in Oxnard are super special. I love them.
Well, and then in terms of Oxnard, what are because you were on the planning commission, right, for a little while. Like, what are you seeing over the next 10 years in Oxnard itself? Like in terms of, because you have obviously the biggest transformation has been the collection and River Park. What's going to happen with like the downtown areas of Oxnard?
Downtown Oxnard is special. My favorite brunch spot is in downtown Oxnard, actually.
Shout it out.
The Downtown Cafe.
Okay.
Yes. I love them there. Downtown it's cool. I'm not sure housing wise kind of what would be going on down there. There's nothing that I saw that was in progress. So, but I'm sure there is.
But then, I mean, whenever I drive through there, it does feel a little abandoned, in terms of like a lot of storefronts. There's just not, well, wow, you shot me a look there.
I disagree. I feel like downtown Ventura is more of a skeleton.
All right.
Than downtown Oxnard. So, yeah.
Okay, downtown Ventura is a skeleton. Let's just ping pong everywhere and just talk about everything.
Bounce around. It's a huge county. So I think
it is.
What is Ventura County size-wise in the state of California? I know the city of Oxnard is the 22nd largest city in the state of California.
I'm going to check right now.
280 cities.
Okay.
So county-wise, obviously, LA County's huge. Riverside County's huge.
Sure. Orange County's huge.
Orange County's huge. So people-wise, I think we're up. I mean, it's
probably top 10.
Huge.
Yeah, among the top 15 to 20 most populous counties in California.
Okay, 15
with
to 20.
Approximately 840,000 to 844,000 as of 2026.
Interesting. Okay,
it's a lot of people.
Yeah, but it's a big area, and and I think for us who live down here, on this side of the grade, it's sometimes we don't even think of like Thousand Oaks and Westlake as being in Ventura County, but of course they are. So that just feels like a whole other world up there. I mean, that feels like you're really starting kind of suburban LA. Is what it feels like once you get up the grade.
And I wonder if you guys also knew, I'm sure you do, it ranked as #1 in safest largest county in California out of the 16 largest, which I did read about at the end of 2025. So
we love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out safety.
Yeah. We love safety. Yeah.
Safety first.
Oh yeah. Safety is.
But that's why people move, right? Like we have gorgeous beaches, great agriculture, which we already discussed, jobs, including but not limited to Costco.
Right.
There's other amazing jobs like real estate photography. Good gig.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
we're currently hiring.
Yeah, and then safe. That's why people relocate is to feel safe.
It is. This is #1.
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's on the list.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. But when you do bring up, the difference between downtown Oxnard and downtown Ventura, I mean, that is something that I think communities across the country are struggling with is how are we keeping our downtowns vibrant when the culture has shifted to these big box stores, when our communities are so car-based. And, there is not, say what you will about a lot of Ventura County, but I think the public transit is not super great. It's not super extensive. It's there. I mean, shout out to the public transit, but
Side note, I heard on my LA-based radio station this morning that they're building an underground subway from the Valley to the West Side underneath the 405.
Okay.
Is that crazy?
Yeah, but it's not gonna come to Ventura.
I know. If we need to go to the airport, it'll help us out.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
But how do we then make sure? And do you know of any steps that any of the cities in Ventura or Oxnard are taking in order to make these the downtowns more vibrant? And obviously, I think there's a big one for Ventura, which is which we really need to devote a whole episode to, probably.
So yeah, I mean, when I did volunteer for the Planning Commission and projects would come, there's a lot of moving parts that city planners pay attention to, which is amazing, and they just kind of got our input as volunteers. But a lot of these projects came with like they wouldn't have as many parking spaces. And what were these developers going to do to kind of make up for that? Because people were going to be upset. So having obviously bike racks, but like bike rentals there and having, increased walkability. And there's places all over the U.S., but in Ventura County that don't even have sidewalks. I have,
I
you know,
live in
up
one of those towns.
Yeah.
Yes.
Up
Yeah.
in the hills in Ventura, one side of the street sometimes has sidewalks, the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
these developers definitely think about walkability, you know, bike transit, because that's how we get people moving. It helps the environment. We can then have hopefully less cars.
yeah, and I mean that's, you know, as you know, and I live right downtown Ojai, and yeah, half of the streets have sidewalks, half don't. But you know, there is that walkability. There are bike rentals, and obviously it's a bit of a tourist town. But you know, but downtown in Ojai is vibrant, and you know, but because our big box stores are all in Ventura, right? So we always say if we want to go to Target, we got to drive down the hill. So you know, but I think that's also why people like Ojai. Is you can walk around, you can, you know, outside of all the hikes and everything else. But if you're just talking about the quality of life in downtown Ojai, it's like idyllic, right? And so I think there is opportunity in my mind for other communities to adopt some of the same things that either naturally or have been, you know, thought out that Ojai does, where you, just like you're saying, you know, just have places where people have bike racks around, where people, you know, and have bike lanes. And I know bike lanes are going in all over the place. So, to the consternation of many, many motorists.
So I'm not sure how long ago you were down, all the way down in Oxnard, kind of almost to Silver Strand. Have you seen what's going on at the new Carl's Village there?
I have not.
No.
Why don't you tell us about it?
So it's gonna be super cool. I was actually talking to somebody that we had on our podcast before, Gary. He knows a lot more about it than I do, but they're gonna have, you know, history of Oxnard stuff and talking about strawberries. But it's gonna be like a day kind of destination. Like when you have family come in town, like, oh, let's just go, you know, down to Carl's and kind of walk around and, you know, maybe take the paddle boards out, whatever. So.
Okay. So Carl's, where is this?
So that would be Ventura Road and Channel Islands Boulevard.
Okay. But it's a development. I'm unclear as to what this is.
It's the old, I forget what it was called. The old Fisherman's Wharf.
Okay.
So right, like adjacent to a corner of the Navy base.
Okay.
Outside of the Navy base, obviously. So yeah, kind of it's going to be targeted as a tourist destination.
Okay.
Yeah.
With just like some historical stuff or like development
and activities and stores and restaurants.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
All right. So, you know, all this development, and obviously we're talking all these big box stores and these big communities, River Park and the collection and all this stuff. One of the issues that it has, and look, I'll bring it back to Ojai like I always do. There is one thing that people bitch about more than anything else. And
can you say that word on this show?
I can say whatever the I want on this show. You know, people want to bitch about in Ojai more than anything, even though to me it's a joke, is traffic. And I mean, you're like, come on. It took you 3 minutes to get through downtown. It's like, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
But I think traffic is a real concern, actually, when you're getting into the communities that are on the 101. Not only is there traffic on the 101, but we're looking at traffic, you know, on the Esplanade there in Oxnard, you know, right by the collection. And it always can bottleneck, obviously, coming through Ventura, where it goes through, 101 goes down to 2 lanes for a little bit. You know, from when you grew up here, I mean, how has traffic changed? What are we looking at? You know, what is the future going to hold for that?
I mean, I drive over the grade every day. I didn't know if you knew that, but I drive to Thousand Oaks and back every day.
Yeah. Our viewers didn't necessarily know.
Yeah, our viewers didn't know. Now they know.
Yeah.
Find me on the 101. Camarillo is really where it gets congested, both north and southbound, both in the morning and in the afternoon. So it's kind of the joke. It's called the Camarillo crawl. And I think that's one of the.
I've been in that many times. But
most of us have.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the reasons that Camarillo is so special. A lot of people that live in Camarillo, we joke with them that they don't leave Camarillo.
Sure.
And they don't. And it could be, you know, partially due to traffic, but they have everything they need there. There's great restaurants in Camarillo. There's great housing, Costco, which we mentioned.
Costco,
and great parks, you know. So
sure.
Yeah, my friends that live in Camarillo, they kind of don't leave.
Yeah.
Like on the daily, they don't leave the city.
Yeah. Well, if it has everything you need.
That's true.
Well, but then, you know, the traffic congestion, though, around these developments, and obviously they cannot make these developments without making adjustments to the, you know, the traffic patterns, to the lights, to the streets. You know, but you just feel like if just more and more and more people are coming in, what do we, you know, like, can we have public transportation that is going to actually, move the needle where people are actually going to be taking it? Or, what is the solution for us?
I mean, it has to. Like public transportation has to. It has to increase. People are living longer. Neighborhoods are just getting more and more dense. There's more and more people. Like we can't just keep adding cars. We can't.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they'll try though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does feel like I'll say it. I'm happy with the hot takes. The development of the collection for traffic and entry into those parking lots sucks. It's just like especially around the holidays, like you can barely go there. It feels like,
and
it's just like it feels like very not well thought out. And I'm sure it was actually very thought out, but whatever they chose, I don't think it works.
Maybe the goal is to keep you there, to spend more money though.
Yeah, but I don't want to get in there though. That's the problem is like, it makes me not want to go in the first place.
I was there this morning and I'll probably be back there this afternoon. I spend a lot of time there, but it's very close to my house.
Sure. Sure.
So, but yeah, there is, there's kind of 2 ways in and 2 ways out.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just,
and
my
then,
own personal
back
complaint.
to walkability too. They added, I think it was like 3,500 units is the total development there. And it's, the homes and apartments are kind of far from the shopping area. Like I'm not going to carry my Target bag. I'm not going to, I would walk to Target if I lived there, but then carrying your Target bags, like quite a while back home is going to be a trek.
Most of the time I've spent in River Park when I've done photography there is in the townhomes and stuff that are a little further up. But then all the ones kind of right surrounding the collection, those 3 or 4 story, multi-unit, buildings, those are still not that walkable. And I just know how Americans are just in general. Yeah. They're going to drive even if it's like 4 blocks.
I lived in downtown LA for a short time. Did you know that when I was in college?
Very exciting. A lot of Katie trivia here today.
And there's the cool thing about downtown and then parts of like Glendale and Orange County is they did retail on the bottom and then housing above it.
Yeah.
So when they were
the model of like cities for the last hundreds of years.
So when they were building River Park, I kind of thought that's what.
Yeah.
There was going to be units above the storefronts, and that didn't.
No, I was literally thinking about that the other day of like how I feel like with those places, it is a missed opportunity that they did not do that.
The challenge was parking.
Always, it's the parking, right? The parking. And so, but you have, and look, I used to live in San Francisco, and parking sucks. So it made you want to walk more though. Yep. But of course, all those people, they're not working in the collection. They need to have their cars to live their American lives. And so, I get it, but it seems like there could be a solution to that. And just having, I guess when you are considering housing, that particular housing needs parking, and it probably needs to be within a certain distance. Mm-hmm. I'm right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You're right.
Yeah. Right. So, because I would be like, well, just have a lot down the block, multi-story lot down the block, and that's
people would not like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I lived in San Francisco, I was lucky if I found a parking spot within 5 blocks of my apartment.
Yeah. When I lived in downtown LA, I paid $600 a month for a parking space that was 3.5 blocks away. So it was far.
Yeah. And it's a pain in the ass, but it does make you want to, I don't know. It's urban living, but that's like
Yep. There are some areas that have cool walkability though. Like when talking about Oxnard, like the Wagon Wheel development across the street from the collection, they have a coffee shop, they have a brewery restaurant, they have a nail shop. I mean, if I lived there, I would walk and get coffee every morning.
I would walk every morning and get beer.
See? Yeah. I'd run into you.
Yeah. I mean, it was just, it's wow, we should get a place there together. I think it would be... we can move the
city
studio
living.
there. Yeah.
Rita, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So if you were going to buy a house in Ventura County today, aside from Ojai, because I know it has a soft spot in your heart.
Well, yeah. Where I've lived for 15
what
years.
City and possibly what neighborhood would you buy a house in? Money's not an issue.
Okay, money's not an issue.
Money's
not an issue. Yeah. Okay. I think I would probably do, I don't know, just right here near where our studio is, like downtown Ventura, probably up in the hill with a little bit of a view. One of those ones though, where you don't see the power lines.
Okay.
Because that's it. That's the thing. I photographed so many homes up in the Ventura Hills, and you're just like, what could this, it would be worth twice as much if they just had underground power lines.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that'll be a project.
Anyway. So I think that's where I think that's where I'd do it. I mean, I don't know, but if there was like a really cool place that was downtown, walkable to downtown.
That was my next
that's the
question.
thing
If
is
you were going to walk to downtown.
I live right downtown Ojai, and I truly love the fact that I just walk down to, to all my favorite little small shops and whatever.
Cool.
So,
Yeah.
what about you?
That's a great question.
Oh,
so,
okay. Well, it's a great question that you posed. So yeah, that's really good
I
on you.
love where I live now, like central North Oxnard.
Okay.
The beach is obviously very desirable, but it's a little far, and I drive a black car, sand,
I don't want the sand.
I like visiting the beach.
Yeah.
No, I'd probably stay in Oxnard, kind of like right around where I am now. I have.
So what neighborhood in Oxnard is that then?
So you want my address?
No, I've never been invited to your place, so I wouldn't know.
It's just North Oxnard. So like Doris and Ventura Road, central North Oxnard.
Yeah. All right. Well, Katie, thank you very much. I think that was like a very ping-pongy, overview of Ventura County.
I feel like it's like our 8:30 at night phone calls. So
exactly.
They just kind of go all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. So sorry if that was a little hard to follow, but we have some pretty cool guests lined up for maybe our next episode, hopefully our next episode. We have a lot of great plans for the future. So thank you everyone for watching, listening. Please give us a subscribe if you haven't. It's upmarket.media on YouTube. And then of course, wherever you get your podcasts, you can subscribe, rate us 5 stars, leave a review. We love all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah. In addition to rating, it's to subscribing to the show, follow us on Instagram. We got upmarket.media. You can follow all about this show. Katie, you're what? Katie Connolly Realtor.
Katie.Connolly.realtor.
There you go.
Yes.
Katie.Connolly.realtor on Instagram. Give a follow. We have a ton of content coming out. We got Molly as our social media manager, so she's always putting stuff out.
The hearts were coming through last time I posted and collaborated with you guys. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. And so thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Yes.
All right. Real VC is a production of Upmarket Media. This episode was produced by Molly Peart and edited by Tessa Nelson. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.